Somebody just sends you a link, you click it, nothing seems to happen, no warnings, no pop-up, you assume it was fine and you moved on. What you do not know is that in that 1.4 seconds it took for that page to load, 4 things may have already happened to your device and none of them were good. Today I am breaking down exactly what a phishing link does the moment you click it, step by step, so you never look at a link the same way again. Phishing is the #1 initial access vector for cybersecurity globally. Not even ransomware, not hacking. Phishing. Because it does not need to break your password or your firewalls, it just needs you to click. The scary part is that modern phishing pages are built in minutes, hosted on legitimate cloud services, and look identical to the real thing. Your browser's padlock does not mean that the site is safe. It means that the connection is only encrypted. Phishing sites have HTTPS certificates as well. These are things that are likely to happen at click. The moment you click a phishing link, there is what can happen depending on how sophisticated the attack is. The first one is credential harvesting. The page renders a login form that looks exactly like your bank, your email, your Microsoft 365. You type your username and your password, the form sends it to an attacker's server. Then the page redirects you to a real login page, so you assume you mistyped your password the first time. You never know it happened. 2. Drive-by downloads. Some links don't even need you to type anything. Just loading the page triggers a script that silently downloads a payload onto your device, a keylogger, a ransomware dropper, or a remote access tool. This works particularly well against unpatched browsers. The third one is going to be session token theft. If you are already logged into your bank or your email in another tab, some attacks can steal the active session cookie from your browser. They do not need your password at all. They take the session and log in as you. The fourth one is going to be reconnaissance. Even if nothing is downloaded, just loading the link tells the attacker of your IP address, your device type, your browser version, your operating system, and your approximate location. That information is used to tailor the next attack specifically at you. In 2022, the communications platform Twilio was breached through a phishing SMS sent to employees. It told them their session had expired and they needed to log in again. The link went to a fake Okta login page and employees typed their credentials. And in this case, attackers used those credentials to access customer data, affecting over 130 organizations downstream. The entire breach started with a text message and a link. Nobody in that company thought they were doing anything dangerous. This is the point. This is the point of phishing. Phishing works on smart, security-conscious people. The pages are designed specifically to pass a quick visual check. Now, let me show you what this looks like from the attacker's side. So I'm going to be simulating a phishing attack so we can see exactly how phishing attacks plays out. How that the attacker sends the phishing link to the potential victim, and how that the victim uses the link, and the attacker again can see the credentials that were used for the login on the fake site. So let's go. So I have a tool loaded up, right? Then I'm going to pick Instagram, obviously. Then I would do the local tunnel route so that I can launch it on my machine. So it just takes a couple of seconds to, generate the link so I can send out to an attacker. So what I can do now is I can pick the link, right? I can pick the link that was generated, right? I can send it to the victim, right? But because I am running it on my own machine, I will just run the local host, right? So this is the result of the link that was generated. Right, this is the link itself, right? Then we would notice that, yeah, it looks so much like a real Instagram page. I could do the same thing for Facebook, for Twitter, for Netflix, for Spotify. I think the tool has about 39 pre-built websites, and you can do some custom websites, right? So I can easily do a custom website and go to Facebook, copy Facebook's source codes, paste it here, and boom, I'll be able to get the results as well. So this is what's going to happen when I put my credentials into this fake website. So I'm just going to go with generic credentials this time around. So let's say my username is Jane_Doe, and my password is Jane_Doe 123 for ##. right? I can, once I press the login, something weird will happen. You see now that immediately I put the password in, it redirected me to a real Instagram page, right? So what it did was it collected my credentials already, it saved it already. So I have not encrypted text this time around. Now I have the credentials that my victim, which is myself in this case, put in to the fake website. So what it did was that after I collected the credentials, the login credentials, it automatically redirected me to a real Instagram page. So it's going to look as though, oh, maybe something happened and the page, the login didn't go through. Now you have to like put in the login. So you will notice that from the local host, I have a real Instagram site here. And the first thing that happened when I clicked on the link was that an IP address was found. The IP address of the person who used the link gets documented as well. Right. So you are going to be able to see the country, the region, the city. If you do properly, you would see the map, the ISP, the time zone, which is basically knowing everything about the person who is using the link. So it's not about just getting the login details alone. It's about getting the real data of this person that just used the link. So in case I don't even, maybe as the victim now, I don't use my real login details, right? I can still, my details, my information can still be used for a targeted hack another time, because I basically have all of the things that I need to get hacked, right? From the country to the region to the city to the postal to the location and probably the map. So if it is done correctly, you might not be a victim of just this attack, but you can be a victim of a new attack to come, a directed attack. Right. The attacker is not watching a spinning icon waiting for something to happen. They are sitting at a dashboard watching your username and password arrive at the moment you hit submit. So then let's talk about what exactly protects you. There are 3 things that genuinely work. 1, do not click without checking. Over the link before checking. Check the full URL, not just the first part, the entire domain. If the domain looks off by even just 1 letter or has extra characters, please stop. Attackers register domains like PayPal with figure1.com instead of the letter L like we know for PayPal, specifically because they pass a quick glance. You literally cannot tell the difference between one and a letter I or letter L at some points if you don't check it thoroughly. Number 2 is to use a password manager. A password manager would not autofill your credential on a fake domain because the domain does not match the saved credential entry. It does not care what the page looks like. This is the most underrated anti-phishing defense available to anyone. 3 is passkey MFAs or TOTP, not SMS. Even if an attacker gets your password, a TOTP authenticator code changes every 30 seconds and lives only in your app. SMS codes can be intercepted. An authenticated app cannot. You cannot spot every phishing link. The best ones are designed to fool people who are paying attention. What you can do is to make sure that even if you click, the attacker gets nothing useful. Password manager, TOTP, MFA, up-to-date browsers, those 3 things make you a hard target. If this video changed how you think about links, do subscribe because soon I'm going to show you exactly how hackers build these phishing pages and it literally takes just minutes.